Hey dreamers, this is Jade. Welcome back to my channel. I'm finally back in my Valerie journal and I am catching up on some receiptifies that I've had in my stash for a few months now. I realized in doing it that I've actually been doing the wrong months, and so I am correcting that. So there will be two Septembers in this book because the last one I did was September. And when I realized, oh no, these are the songs for actually the last month and not the month that I actually pulled the receiptify for. That's when I decided to switch it up. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm getting the months of September, October, and then also November and December down. I have printed out the receiptify for January, and I'm just going to wait until February is complete because I usually do two at a time, like in a complete spread, and so January and February will match up with each other. So that is what I'm going to do. Here I am doing, again, as I said, September and October, and I drew out another one of those little swirly things. I really like them. They're so cute. The original creator that I got this from is a lady named Candace, I can't, Dilhoff, I think. However, she is under the YouTube channel Candace and Creates. So if you want to check her out, go check her out. I don't think she's really posted that much in a long time, but her old videos are, oh my god, her journals are just so pretty, so pretty. Anyway, excuse me. I've had a frog in my throat that I cannot get rid of, and it's driving me crazy. But anyway, getting this down, I'm not 100% loving the way that I colored this in. I did use the tropical set from Prima. I think they are now under the art philosophy brand or whatever. So yeah, I'm getting that down, but I am going over this with a uni brush pen to make the outlines thicker, and then I will use this Arteza white gel pen just to make some decorative circles on the inside to pop off of that black. I really love that look, and I should consider also doing it in other colors as well, because I do have plenty of different acrylic colored gel pens or whatever, especially the jelly rolls, and I don't use them as much as I should. So yeah, just getting some decorative white things around the edge, and I messed that one up. I could see where it is messed up, and I should fix it actually on the inside. I kept trying to fix it on the outside, that orange circle bubble, and yeah, not working. But anyway, getting that down. And then I will move on to trying to figure out how I want my receiptifies and the accompanying artist to fit, because what I like to do is I will print out my receiptify for the month, and whoever is the top artist for the song I was listening to, I will print out a picture of them to go along with the decoration. And so this day in September, it was SZA. I was listening to Snooze a lot. It's funny, this song is absolutely delusional. Like, listen to the lyrics of this song. I love the chorus. The chorus is everything, but the rest of it, I was like, nah, it is not gonna be me, SZA. Not go, because jail is not my ministry. Okay, freedom is my ministry, and I will not be that chick. Will not be me. So if you have not like actually listened to the lyrics of Snooze by SZA, look them lyrics up and look. Absolutely not. No, it's a no for me. But yeah, but I love the chorus. Love the chorus. So that was the #1 song I was listening to in September, and then in October it was Magical by Ed Sheeran, because he had just released his second album that year, which was Autumn Variations. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the album that he had intended on releasing that year, period, by itself. And there was like some discussion with his manager or something, and there was other songs he had been working on. I don't know if this was for like years or whatever, and the guy was discussing when he was like, this is Subtract, this is your album Subtract. And so that's how Subtract ended up coming out first or whatever. And so Subtract, it's such a solid album, such a good album. Like, objectively, it is a fantastic album. And so I was very happy to be blessed with two Ed Sheeran albums in one year. That was fantastic. Really enjoyed Autumn Variations. I will say I do love Subtract more, but I was listening to this song called Magical off of Autumn Variations. And so, yeah, that's what ended up being number one for October for me. And so I am using some alphas by Simple Stories to get down. And of course, I didn't have enough E's. So what I decided to do was take another color that's kind of prominent in this spread here and use the extra E there. And so I did it like that with the pink lettering and the kind of teal mintish aqua-ish lettering up at the top, just to kind of tie it together, but then it's also still different or whatever. Anyway, I like the way it ends up looking, and I am doing some extra decoration. Those flowers are from a Live Love Posh sticker book. I do believe it's the Chic Fall one, which fantastic. And then I've been using the Beautifully Lined a lot this year, especially in my Photo a Day album, which I need to share with you all how that's coming along. But yes, I'm just pulling more decorative stuff. These little notes are from the Happy Planner Essentials pack, the music notes, whatever, and that record player there. And then I have, of course, a stamp set that I picked up from Studio Calico that features more music inclined stuff. And so I'm going over the letters with my uni pen here. I am completely messing it up, like I'm writing all over the letters. It looks a hot mess, but it does help the letters pop off the page, and so I'm not too bothered about, you know, the mess ups or anything like that. Imperfections are sometimes what makes the spread, and I am okay with that. You know, we are all fallible and it is what it is. So I'm just doing that. Then I'm going to outline October as well. And that pretty much wraps up this spread that I do here, and then I will move on to getting down November and December. Moving on to the next couple of receiptifies that I need to get down in my journal, I've decided to do kind of a mixed media-ish type of background, and so I pulled out my Jane Davenport Brights, and this I am just, of course, as you can see, getting some watercolor down on one side of the page, close it so it kind of has a little bit of a matching thing going on the other side. Now, what I will say is the times that I do it on the left side first and close it, it doesn't work as well. But when I do put the paint down on the on the right side first and close it, then I get what I'm looking for. So then I'll just go back through and fill in some spaces and stuff like that. But for the most part, it is kind of matching on each side. See, like that was perfect, whatever. And then I will continue on. I got to make sure that it dries first, and so now that it has dried, I've gotten out some gesso, and this is just like some cheap gesso I got from Michael's back in the day. I think it's by Folk Art. As you all know, anything I use in the making of my spreads, if I can find a link for it and you're interested in it, it will be in the description box below, so you can just check there. I really should just set up an Amazon store of like the basics of stuff I use, and then like link the stuff that kind of is extra if I can in the bottom. So I don't know, maybe I'll end up doing that soon or whatever. But anyway, once the gesso is down, I decide that I want to make some circles, and this was actually in my head. This is why I bought these circle stencils a few weeks ago. And so that's what I'm using to make some circles here. I love this thing because it has so many different sizes of circles. And so I'm going to kind of attach a few, and then there will be a few kind of free floating in this as well. And it's also given me an idea to not only do circles where like you've already done the background, but to also do circles where the inside is a specific color. So like if I used what do you call those things, the Tim Holtz Distress inks, or either the like the Faber-Castell, the the chalk, not the chalk. It's not the chalk. What do you call the gelatos? Can I talk? The gelatos. I have plenty of those as well, just to get some color in it on the inside of the circle. I think that would be cool as well. But I do really like the way that this looks, because I love the colors together: the pink, the blues, the greens, and definitely that purple is my favorite color. And so yeah, now I'm getting down. First of all, on the left side, getting down November, which my favorite song for November was this song called Mona Lisa by Dominic Fike, and I actually came on it accidentally, okay? And I found out something else about it. So I'm getting some stamps down just to add to this kind of mixed media-ish look or whatever. And this is a background stamp I got from Tuesday Morning, like so long ago or whatever. So I don't even know if I know the brand it is or whatever, but I will try to find it. I make no guarantees here. And then I'm getting some splatters down using the purple and the blue, and looking back at it now, I kind of wish I had pulled out my gold and used that, or either use the pink, because it would come up off the page more. That just kind of blends into what's already going on. But anyway, I was listening to this song called Mona Lisa by Dominic Fike, and I love this song so much because in the dead of winter, it made me feel like I was somewhere sunny and tropical, just hanging out with my friends and feeling and being free. And I loved it. And so what I discovered was that this song was actually on the soundtrack of the new Spider-Man, the Miles Morales one, Into the Spider-Verse or something like that. And I had no clue. And I discovered Dominic Fike from Euphoria. He was the kid that played Elliot, and he created that song Faru. And I thought that song was so cute that I looked it up on Spotify. It's called Little Star. And it's kind of a hunt to find the original version from the movie. And then so I saw that, and then it came into my mind. I wanted to listen to it again, so I pulled it up on Spotify and was listening to that Little Star. And then I saw that he had new music, and I was like, okay, let me listen to some of it. And I saw Mona Lisa, and the only reason that I picked that song to listen to first was because of that Fuji song Mona Lisa. So I was like, okay, let me listen to this, and it ended up being my favorite. I have played that song so much, I still play it on repeat because I love it so much. And then that's when I discovered it was actually from a soundtrack. So I was like, okay, because he's kind of like, for me, I feel like he's more of an indie artist, so like not a whole lot of people know about this kid. But yeah, he did fantastic. I absolutely love that song. If you haven't listened to it, it's called Mona Lisa on Spotify. Well, I'm pretty sure it's everywhere. Check it out. And then on December, I happened to be scrolling through TikTok, and like there was this kind of motivational TikTok I was listening to, and in the background was this song, and the song was really motivational too, very self-love themed. And I was like, what is this? Who is this? I must know more. And so I looked her up. Her name is Akila. She actually just came out with this other song that is that, and another a Jonas Brothers song will probably be vying for my #1 in February. But it's called Hello by Akila. Very motivational, self-love, inspirational type of song. Absolutely loved it. So that one was what was on repeat for me in December, and I am very excited about her new song. So yeah, and I am just putting a few of the lyrics for Mona Lisa in that big bubble or circle there, because I loved it so much. I still love it very much. As I said, I listen to it often. And so yeah, getting that down, and now I'm just doing like the finishing touches kind of on this spread, stamping in some musical notes, and then I will color in December with this. I'm using my Sparkle Pop pens. These are from Pentel. November gets the pink, and then up at the top I'll do December in a gold Sparkle Pop pen, and then I'll also color in that thing where it says music, where I stamp music. That will be in gold, and then I'll go over the music notes in gold too, just to kind of bring it and tie everything together. Now I've done these spreads over the course of a couple days. Sometimes the lighting was chef's kiss, like I was working in the morning because I couldn't sleep, and then sometimes it was like in the nighttime. So if the lighting is shifting and changing, and it's distracting you, I apologize, but I gotta get it done when I can get it done. So yeah, I am getting that all colored in and filled in. I'm not sure if I do the whole thing on camera or not. But that pretty much is what is going on these spreads for September, October, November, December. I look forward to getting down January and February. As I said, I have been way behind in getting this stuff down, so I'm glad to finally be kind of catching up with everything that's going on in the beginning of the year and trying to get everything set up and stuff. Some things just kind of had to go to the back burner, and this was one of those things. So I'm glad to be working in this journal again and getting that done. And then, since I love Mona Lisa so much, I do have an idea of, sometimes, you know, I actually like to come in here and just do the lyrics as well. So I do have an idea of how I want to do that, and I will be getting like that song down, as far as it being singular and on its own, just to document it and have it in my journal for the long haul, whatever, because I do love it so much. But that pretty much wraps this up. That stencil I actually made myself. I just bought it from, I bought the stencil from Silhouette Studios like a long time ago. It's been in my stash. I finally went ahead and cut the stencil. And so that's what I'm using, and I'm just going over it for it to pop more off of the page. And I'm actually using a Sharpie pen to write with or whatever, and it did a lot better, I think, than my uni pen would have done. And so that wraps this up. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those below. I trust that everyone is safe and well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.